What's up, guys? Brian back to do a Walking Dead fun facts, things you might not know about the show, and just general stuff about The Walking Dead, like the first picture we got here. The Walking Dead was shopped around to HBO and NBC, who both passed, and now it's on AMC. I can't imagine it not being on AMC, but imagine if it was on HBO and the possibilities there. But look at the spoilers. Spoilers ahead. Spoilers ahead. Don't watch if you don't want to know. Spoilers ahead even for Season 7. So basically, the Atlanta 5 are these 5 people here. Soon to be Atlanta 4 in Season 7, Episode 1, as Glenn is reportedly going to die. But what about Morgan? Atlanta 6? I would think so. Morgan's been there from the beginning, too. He's been in from Atlanta. He saved Rick. He's from the beginning. Why not give him some props on there, too? But Glenn dies. We still got the Atlanta 5. Right? But basically, Morgan is very important on there. We have a whole video about him going forward on there on another video. We got the progression of these characters. Look at the haircuts. Look at the styles. It's kind of crazy to see from the different seasons going forward on there, too. Look at the different birthdays on here, too. You got someone born in 1999 all the way to 1964. Look at that cast. Looking good. Chandler Riggs, besides Judith, the youngest character, look in there, kindergarten picture, to now, he's 5'4", 17 years old, going to be a senior in high school. That's crazy. Hopefully he gets more roles on the show and the big storyline coming up for Season 7, especially with Negan. But look at the baby face there, all the way to the senior in high school. Pretty awesome. Stephen Yeun and Tom Payne, both born on December 21st. Stephen Yeun is born in 83, and Tom Payne is in 1982. So they're a year apart, but they're both born on December 21st, which is kind of crazy. Both of these guys are 6'2", tallest guys on the show, but the governor was 6'3", so overall, they are the tallest ones alive on the show, but one's got to go, and it's going to be Abraham. So we're going to miss you, Abe. Glenn and Abe, first episode, not going to make it out. Not going to see him blossom with Sasha, but Sasha, she is basically a hybrid of Andrea in the comics. Most people might know that because of her sniper ability and shooting, but Andrea is a badass on the comics. Didn't have justice on the show. But Andrea, the actress, told everyone that she was supposed to be around for 8 seasons. She had an 8-season contract, but she was killed off in Season 3, changed the whole aspect of the show, and now there's no Andrea. Look at this 6'2" and 5'4". Sasha Sonequa Martin Green, I met her at the Walker Stalker Atlanta. She walked right past us on there too, and she is tiny. She is a little tiny thing. But on the show, you can't really tell. Sonequa Martin Green, Sasha, 5'4". She's 31 years old, which is kind of crazy to think that she looks a little older, but 31. Look at 5'4" to 5'11". Chad Coleman, 5'11", to Sasha there, 5'4". Sasha's always in boots, too, so they bring her up a little bit there, too. Tyrese, Bob, and Father Gabriel, all on the show HBO The Wire. It's an older show from the 90s, but 3 of the HBO cast members are on the show, or were on the show there, too. HBO connection as well. Father Gabriel, Tyrese, there. These biblical passages, I don't know. I don't really know about the Bible myself. But if you look at them, they have meanings, and there's an Easter egg for you from the Father Gabriel church scene. There's Bob. He doesn't make it out of the church, but he was on the HBO The Wire with Tyrese and Father Gabriel. I've seen a couple episodes of the show, but it was really good, I heard. Overall, I just love this picture of the guys there, too. So, Sasha is 31 years old, and Emily Kinney is 30 years old. Can't believe it. She's also a singer. Got to see her perform on the Walker Stalker cruise. She was actually pretty good. She wasn't terribly. She had a good performance. She's kind of working on that when we saw her this past January. But we saw her sing. We saw her perform on this Walker Stalker cruise this past January. We got a whole bunch of videos on there, too. So if you want to actually see her perform, she sings a couple songs from The Walking Dead. Check out our channel there. But like I said, Emily Kinney, she's 5'5". She's 30 years old. You look at her, she looks 12. But she's 30 years old. She's going to be the same age as Sasha, who was pregnant filming Season 5. And if you can tell the little belly there, too, they had her unbuckle the clips on there, too. They did a pretty good job hiding it. The one they didn't kind of hide too well was Alana Masterson. Tara, she was pregnant while filming Season 6. They hid it a little bit, but you could tell in a lot of spots that she was very pregnant. Here's her with her dummy, her body dummy, or whatever they're using for it. I think just like that picture. It's a good one. But here's my favorite picture of them trying to hide it. Look at the plates. That's pretty funny how they're hiding her belly on there, too. Christian Serratos, People like Rosita, 5'7". She's born in 1990. That's crazy. She's so young on there, too. Her and Chandler Riggs are 9 years apart. That's ridiculous. She was Kristen Serratos, Angela in Twilight. I only saw a couple of the Twilight movies. Not a big fan myself, but she's in Twilight. Looks totally different. The Saul set was used in the season 6 episode when Maggie and Carol get captured. It's exactly the same Saul set. They just changed it around a little bit, which is kind of cool. Norman Reedus, 5'10", January 6th, 1969, makes him 47 years old. Well, it'd be kind of crazy to think that Daryl and Beth were reportedly dating, whatever, not dating. They're not currently dating now. We got a Walker Stalker video where he was asked that point blank, and they said they are not dating. So there is no Bethel currently. Maybe there was back in the day, but I don't know. Both are 5'10". Rick and Daryl are 5'10", listed on there too. Andy Lincoln, 5'10", he's 42 years old. He's from England, and he's got a big old English accent if you ever hear him talk on there too. He's on there. Maggie, Jesus, and Rick are all English. Jesus and Rick basically had the same acting coach too back in England. It's kind of crazy. David Morrissey, the governor, is also English. He's 6'3". He's the tallest guy on the show, and he was 52 years old. Stephen King's The Mist, 2007, had Andrea and Dale and Carol and Morales and a zombie that was in there too. There they are on the show. If you've never seen that movie, it's actually pretty good. It's a little different kind of thing. 2007, there's Morales. And look at the guy and the soldier on the right, the white guy. He is that zombie right there that was in the tank with Rick on there in season 1. You have Thomas Jane there. He was rumored to be Rick Grimes. He was in the running for it, but he passed it up. He was also the Punisher. I got to meet him. Actually was filming that in Tampa. That would have been him as Rick Grimes, but he passed on it, said he does not do TV, but then he filmed the HBO, Hung, so he passed on it, and now we have Andrew Lincoln as Rick Grimes, and I can't picture anything else, so we could have had a different Rick Grimes. You never know. Here's basically Shane and Rick, a comparison of them two. They're basically in different paths. Rick came out of the coma. Shane has been out for a while, so they are very similar in a lot of aspects. But thank you for watching, guys. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Let's keep this channel growing. Check out our Walking Dead community pages on Facebook. Post your comments below, guys. And as always, thank you.